Today, I'm going to be restarting the NFL in hopes to build the next dynasty. And of course, the crazy part about restarting the NFL is that every single one of these players will be on a brand new team. But first, I need to see what team I'll be using for this brand new NFL, and it's going to be the Miami Dolphins. Of course, the Dolphins have been struggling recently, but maybe this brand new NFL will finally bring them back. And hey, maybe we can get to that undefeated season like the 1972 Dolphins. Mike McDaniel's on the hot seat right now too in real life, so maybe we could save his job here too. But here's the thing, I'm gonna need some luck in this fantasy draft because again, every player is available here, so we need a high pick here to get a quarterback. Pick 30. But it is a snake draft, so it's not the worst. It's not the worst. We're going to be able to get two pretty solid players off the rip here. Obviously, the top end quarterbacks are gone, I believe. Now, this draft is going to be pretty important because I only have 3 seasons to win the Super Bowl. The best QBs available right now, Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones, which... I mean, maybe not a bad pick at this point, right? Defense wouldn't be a bad idea. Penei Sewell actually might be our play here because he is only 24 years old. That is insane. So for my first round pick, I will be drafting Penei Sewell, 97 overall right tackle, only 24 years old. So he should get to that 99 at some point. All right, second round pick. We have the third pick in the second round, which is nice. I think this is our time to take quarterback. I mean, CJ Stroud available in the second round, I think is nice. He's only a 78 overall, but with superstar dev right here, he should get back up to in the 80s, and he should be pretty good. So with our second round pick, I'll be drafting our franchise QB, hopefully CJ Stroud. End of the third round upcoming here. See, I worry if I don't take some edge rushers early, I'm going to be struggling on defense. But also, we could just outscore everybody. And I'm thinking we go with the method of just trying to outscore everybody. Christian McCaffrey interests me, right? Receiving back, get a weapon out of the backfield for CJ Stroud. A very good chance I end up regretting this decision, but for my third round pick, I will be drafting Christian McCaffrey. Which brings us to the fourth round now. Maybe it's time to take defense, and I see Kyle Hamilton here. I know safety being our first pick might be a bit controversial, but Kyle Hamilton is incredible. I'm going to get our first defensive player in Kyle Hamilton. Yeah, now we go to pick 30 of the fifth round. I think we take Trent Williams. I see him right off the rip right here. Trent Williams is 37. He might just retire on us off the rip, and that would absolutely kill us. And maybe we don't take Trent Williams there. Dude, with the way I'm building this team, it might just be straight up offense. Let's get a receiver. Why not, right? I think Chris Olave. Chris Olave is still pretty young. Only star dev though, but 25 years old. Chris Olave is going to be our wide receiver one of this squad. I might just fully commit to just loading up on offense. Will Campbell, first round pick, top 5 pick in this past draft. It's hidden dev. It's a bit of a reach, I guess, technically in the grand scheme of things. He is still only the 11th highest, available left tackle. But again, it's a rookie. He should have a pretty good depth trait, right? So I'm going to take Will Campbell with my 6th pick. And I just got a trophy for that too. So that should be a pretty good sign. This legitimately might be a team where we give up 50 points, but we drop 60 on teams. I'm going to keep bolstering this offensive line. Sam Cosmi, right guard, 87 overall, 26 years old, star dev. Yeah. We're going to make this offense so nasty. And I say we get another weapon for CJ Stroud. Cortland Sutton still on the board here in the 8th round. Let's draft him. 86 overall. That's beautiful. And let's keep building that O-line. Left guard, Damian Lewis, 28 overall, 84 overall. Welcome to the squad. And yeah, I definitely am not helping myself out at all on defense. So DeMarcus Lawrence is 33, but still got superstar dev trait. I don't know if that's going to help him out at all, but I've drafted one defensive player so far, so let's take DeMarcus Lawrence. I think I'm going to take Still here. We need somebody on defense. Yeah, maybe we should keep building some more defensive players. DJ Reed or Christian Wilkins here, 83 overall, 29. I think that's going to be a pretty solid pick for our defense. I think we make 2 or 3 more picks here, so I think another defensive pick's probably in the cards here. Mike Green. Okay, only 76 overall, young pass rusher. Fits our scheme, actually. Yeah, let's do it. I think this is our time to take our tight end here. Kyle Pitts, it's his time now. Boom. That is not Kyle Pitts right there. I don't know who that is, but Kyle Pitts as our tight end should work out pretty well, especially in this offense, which, we're going to have to score 60 points a game here. And you know what? For our final pick, I like Jahdae Barron here. Let's do it. final pick of this before I sim the entire thing, Jahdae Barron, get another corner in here. I feel pretty good about that. So after that pick, I decided to sim the rest of the draft, and this is what the squad looks like, and the offense looks pretty good. Shocking. We only like drafted offense anyways, but yeah, the offense looks pretty good. The defense, though, it might struggle a little bit here. Like I said, we might need to win every game like 60-50. And seeing where some of these other guys went, Josh Allen to the Jags, Lamar Jackson's on the Lions now, which, oh man, him in that offense would be insane to see. Mahomes is on the Titans. Wow, what a great restart for the Titans. And same for the Raiders with Joe Burrow. So yeah, we got some interesting places for these quarterbacks here, and I'm sure some of these other, Saquon went back to the Eagles. Really? I think we still did pretty well. I'm very interested to see how things go for us. Where did, like, Justin Jefferson? Jamar Chase went to the Broncos. Justin Jefferson to the Giants. Whoa. So, yeah, let's start off this first season. I'm going to sim to the midway point. Maybe we can make some trades out here, but I'm okay kind of letting this first season play out. With us going such an offensive-heavy approach in the fantasy draft, too, like, we could draft defensive players in the rookie draft, so. But, yeah, I think for now, we just see what happens up until the trade deadline. And, guys, we're looking pretty good here. 5-2 for the Miami Dolphins right now, which is tied for the best record in the league. And, yeah, CJ Stroud is off to a pretty good start to the season. Christian McCaffrey is cooking with 5 yards a carry, too. And our top receiver is Olamide Zaccheaus. What? That is insane. You know what? Let's just go to the end of the season and see if this team can hold up here. Well, we did not make the playoffs. Yeah, we barely missed the cut. I mean, tiebreakers is what cooked us here. CJ Stroud still had a pretty good year. Maybe could have thrown for more passing yards, but 31 touchdowns, 5 picks. I'll take that all day. Christian McCaffrey had a season, though, man. 1,300 yards, 4.9 yards a carry, but only 10 touchdowns. Portland Sun, our top and only receiver with 1,000 yards. And over on the defensive side, DeMarcus Lawrence got 11.5 sacks. We're definitely got to improve on that front. Tariq Steele and Brandon Stevens leading our team in picks. And still is the only guy that forced fumbles on our team with 2. It looks like we got a little bit more unlucky than anything. We gave up the most yards to the lead, 32nd in yards. Bo Nix wins the MVP on the Buffalo Bills. Well, our guy CJ Stroud got 6. AFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Jahmyr Gibbs on the Steelers. And the NFC Offensive Player of the Year was Amon-Ra St. Brown on the Commanders. And this is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Nate Landman wins Defensive Player of the Year in the AFC. What are we even talking about here? What is this? He had 100 solo tackles, 150 total, and 7 interceptions? What is this season? And a forced fumble. What is 7 picks is crazy. Trayvon Walker wins Defensive Player of the Year for the NFC. Travis Hunter, Offensive Rookie of the Year for the AFC. And on the NFC side, it's Ashton Genty. And over on the defensive side, Abdul Carter on the Ravens gets Defensive Rookie of the Year, while Donovan Ezeraku gets it for the Bears on the NFC side. And in year 1 of the brand new NFL, the Jaguars beat the Giants to win their first ever Super Bowl with a defensive Super Bowl MVP in Javon Hargrave. Whoa. So unfortunately for you Jags fans, you need an entire reset for you guys to win your Super Bowl. The Jags were actually the 1 seed in the AFC too. I think they got Josh Allen actually, so that actually makes sense. Before we move on to the offseason, maybe we'll do a little free agency. The draft is the more important thing. Let's see the retirements. Let's see if I don't think we should be affected by this. Maybe we will be. But yeah, some of these guys, AJ Dillon's gone. Okay, that's interesting. Some of these guys I was worried about surely retired, right? 3 guys retired, nobody that we even care about, so it's all good. I'm just gonna take a quick look at free agency, but I honestly don't think there's anybody that's gonna be super interesting. Like, I guess Mike Evans could help our team out. So you know what? I'm just going to send him a little offer. If he accepts it, he accepts it. If not, whatever. Yeah, he did not accept the offer. He ended up going to the Rams, which is completely okay because we have the rookie draft now, and we are going to go defensive heavy, I think, here. Pick 17 for us. I think we go defensive heavy. Let's take a look at the draft board. I have no idea what any of these guys look like. I probably should have done some scouting. Should we trade up? That's an interesting thought here. Maybe try to get this edge, like top end edge. We have to generate more sacks in this next season, like, or just in general. So, and obviously we got to give up way less points. So there's a top 5 talent here in Dante Campbell, also at right edge. Okay, so there's like 4 first-round talent guys here. Oh, man, what do we do here? What do we do? Mike Green is on the younger side as our current right edge. I mean, we could kind of just draft whoever, I guess, and they could go wherever. DeMarcus Lawrence, I'm actually not sure if he's fallen off or not. And DeMarcus Lawrence did get hit with the regression here, even the dev trait regression too. So it actually might not be a bad play to maybe try to trade up. We could maybe even think about trading DeMarcus Lawrence to trade up for this pick. This is probably as far as I would go with this pick, and it's probably not even going to be close. Yeah, okay. I wanted to trade up for the first pick to try to get Dante Campbell here, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Let's just go to the next pick, see what happens. Okay, so they took the D tackle on the board. Can I trade up for the number 2 overall pick? I'm going to offer the same thing. First round pick and DeMarcus Lawrence. Take the pick. It's actually pretty close. I offered a first, second, and DeMarcus Lawrence to the Cowboys. I'm going to do the same thing here. I mean, we're moving up a lot. I want to see how close this gets. It's so incredibly close. I almost wonder if this is, like, not even worth it at all, though. Like, man. I think we have so many holes on defense that I need all the shots I can take. And now, knowing now that I have 3 third-round picks, like, we actually might be able to do something with that. So I'm just going to skip ahead here. Skip the next pick, and yeah, there goes Dante Campbell. Makes sense. Makes complete sense. I think I'm just going to take my pick. I think that's kind of going to be the play, and kind of hope it works out. So yeah, we have the 17th overall pick. We can make our pick now. We could also trade away the pick. Let's just see what kind of offers we got. 2027 first round pick. 2020, moving down a spot and getting to 6. I'm sorry. 2027 first, 2028 first. Whoa. I think we take our pick here, and let's go with this Carmelo Jackson from Auburn. He was a top 10 pick at one point and then went down. Is an edge, speed rusher. I hope he's good. I hope he's good. We need help on the defensive front. We need any sort of help. We only had 1 double-digit sack guy this season. We will be taking our new edge rusher, potentially our future. And we just got to hope Carmelo Jackson is good. A+, ranked number 9 in true value. We drafted at 17. Love to see that. We sticked and picked, and it worked out for us. All right, let's just go to our next pick. What is this? He went up 109 ranks. That feels crazy. We don't need a quarterback. We could take a receiver, though. E+, we maybe reached on him, but it might work out for us anyways. I'll tell you what, we're getting some second-round pick offers here for our first third-round pick. I think we trade this away. Let's just take the Bucs offer here, and we get a second-round pick for next year. I didn't even look at the draft board. Maybe I should have. Okay, it seems our corners were actually playing pretty well. We could double dip on edge here, or a nose tackle. Yeah, I think we're okay at nose tackle, too. I don't know what our play here actually is. We still, like, desperately need a linebacker, unfortunately, and there just really isn't one on the board for us. I think we use these other third-round picks to try to get a linebacker here. Sam linebacker's a need. Malcolm Rodriguez, 79 overall superstar dev. Will this actually go through? It's actually super close, so let's throw in another pick here. I mean, will the 4th-round pick just get it done here? Like, I'm okay with that if it does. Let's see. It does. 2 3s and a 4 for Malcolm Rodriguez. We needed a Sam linebacker. He has superstar dev trait, so this is huge. And again, we only have 2 more seasons left to win the Super Bowl, and we already missed the playoffs, so we got to make improvements now. I really like what we did with our draft here. I mean, pretty much these 2 players. The other 3 don't really matter. But we got a 78 overall edge rusher in the first round with the 70th overall pick. I feel really good about that. He only has normal dev, though, which kind of stinks, but I still think he's going to be okay. So this is what the squad is looking like going into the 2026 season, year number 2. Christian McCaffrey has regressed, so I maybe should have thought about that a little bit, but CJ Stroud's up to an 86 overall, which is a beautiful thing to see, and I really still think our offense looks pretty solid. And moving on over to the defensive side, we got the trade for Malcolm Rodriguez. He is going to be starting at Mike linebacker. I actually thought about putting him at will. Because of our defense, we don't have a Sam linebacker slot like starting, but yeah, I think it's an improvement. And again, we could always make some trades out here, but yeah, defense still looking a little rough, but it's improving. It's not as bad as last season. And going into the season, we're an 85 overall with an 89 offense and 81 defense. So let's score some points and let's make the playoffs. I'll tell you what, it's not looking good for us at the trade deadline because we are 2-4. But to be fair, we're 5-2 at the trade deadline last time, and we missed the playoffs. So yeah, maybe things could change here. Yeah, no, I was completely wrong about that. We went 5-12. I have no clue what happened there, but things are not looking very good for us. We are getting cooked out here. And I kind of just don't get it because, like, 33 touchdowns, 7 picks is a great year, but less than 4,000 yards again from C.J. Stroud. McCaffrey bounced back and had a solid year, but I'm actually really worried about his regression now. Olave with 1,100 yards receiving, and then Cortland Sutton had 13 touchdowns. But yeah, I think it is coming down to the defense because even worse season on the defensive front, at least sack-wise. Kyle Hamilton with 3 picks, though. Brandon Stevens is the only guy that forced the fumble on this squad. It's a defensive issue once again, I think. Oh, yeah, shocker. The guy that only drafted offense is having defensive issues. Who would have thought, right? But the shocking thing is, we're just nowhere near the top of the board for offensive yards, man. Like, we are in the middle of the road here. This is bad. We're about top 10 for defensive yards too, giving up, but at least we're not giving up the most points in the league, I guess, but it's not looking good, guys. But yeah, not much else we can do. Let's just, let's see who wins the Super Bowl, I guess. So for year number 2, the Jags go back-to-back and win another Super Bowl. 17-16 is one of the scores of all time there. They beat the Lions. Josh Allen, MVP. Liam Cohen, I think, has won 2 Coach of the Years in a row now, which, I mean, 2 Super Bowls, shocker. Josh Allen's Player of the Year for the Packers. Jonathan Cooper, Defensive Player of the Year for the Falcons. And I think that was the first overall pick that got Defensive Rookie of the Year. So, yeah, we weren't going to draft him anyways. And also, back-to-back years with the Defensive Super Bowl MVP, even though they have Josh Allen on this team. How does this happen? Oh, yeah, we should take a look at who retired this season. Mainly, if anyone retired on our team. I'm a little worried about Christian McCaffrey. I'm not going to lie, guys. Our kicker retired and then one of their corners. So that's not good. We can't lose any defensive players right now. Not Christian McCaffrey, but he is going to keep regressing. Which I guess means we got to sign a kicker in free agency. Cameron Dicker has 0 interest in playing for us, but he is the top kicker. We also could get Cam Little. Let's just get Cam Little. Evan Bush is the top will linebacker out here too, and that's a position of need for us. And you know what? Maybe we need a deep threat, so I'm going to offer Trey Tucker too. And would you look at that? We got all 3 of these players. That is massive for this team. Which now brings us to the 2027 NFL Draft. And yeah, after we went 5-12, we have the 4th overall pick, so we could cook with this. Quick look at the draft board, and there is a receiver at the top, which I would love to get. He might just get drafted first, though, unfortunately. And we just don't really need a QB. We could go edge. We haven't really found that big-time edge rusher yet. Do I risk it and see if one of these guys fall? Like, we're the 4th pick. These 3, they could go in order, right? They could go 1, 2, 3, and we're kind of screwed. I will say if all 3 of these guys go, I think we just trade out of the pick because we don't need a quarterback. So Torres, Quincy, Clement. We need one of these guys to not go in the top 3 here. Let's see who goes first overall, and it is Torres. Okay, that's fine. Wide receiver Torres goes. I think it's going to be the order, right? I think that draft board is just going to be how it goes. There's Quincy. Ugh, do we risk it here? Do we want Joey Clement from North Carolina? Top 5 talent. Speed rusher. We need him, man. We'll see. There's a real scenario where we just trade away Christian McCaffrey, get more picks, get younger at halfback, and maybe get somebody on defense, actually. I might actually see what we could do here. Hey, I'm trying to get a little crazy with these trades. This is close. Will Anderson, Amari Hampton, give up our 1st-round pick and Christian McCaffrey. We could make this work, guys. I almost wonder if we just throw this 2nd-round pick in and it'll get it done. Oh, it's close. So 1st, 2nd, and 3rd-round pick for Amari Hampton, Will Anderson. It's unbelievably close. At this point, I think we have to do it, man. Christian McCaffrey, 1st and 2 twos. Will Anderson, Amari Hampton. I think this is worth it. We get younger with the same overall at halfback, and we get a 96 overall edge rusher, right? We gotta do this. We gotta do this. This is the move here. Goodbye, Christian McCaffrey. Maybe it was a mistake to draft you, but I mean, this kind of worked out too. Yeah, I think we trade away all our important picks, so let's just get to the end of the draft. So we're going into year number 3 now, 2027 season. This is what the offense is looking like. I actually might make a trade for a center here. Yeah, so I went ahead and traded for Cam Jurgens now. Got rid of my starting center, backup quarterback, backup right tackle, 5th and 6th round pick. Nothing. We give up nothing to improve at center. So now this is what our offense will look like in year 3. Surely we improve on the 5-12 record last season. Obviously, we lose the superstar X Factor Christian McCaffrey, but he was regressing, and Amari Hampton's the same overall. So I think we're going to be fine there. And we also improved on the defensive side with the Will Anderson trade. A massive, massive trade for us. I feel pretty good, guys. I know, like, still, like, you know, sussy spots on defense. But overall, I feel very confident for this season. I mean, hey, we're up to an 87 overall, 85 on defense. Like, I feel so confident about season 3 that I'm just going to skip the entire season. Let's just get to the playoffs because I feel so confident that we're going to make it. I told you guys I was confident about this season. We made the playoffs finally. With the 10-7 record, our offense is up to a 91 overall, by the way, which is amazing to see. We barely lost the division, I guess, to a tiebreaker, which sucks, but hey, I'm just happy we made the playoffs, guys. I'm beginning to think it's a scheme issue for CJ Stroud here because, again, 3,700 yards is like way too low in my opinion for this team, but I mean 30 touchdowns, 9 picks. That's actually the most picks he's thrown so far. Still a solid year. Our new back, Amari Hampton, with 1,100 yards rushing, which is fine. No receiver over 1,000 yards though. Wow. And you know what? I already know what this means. It's the defense, right? 13.5 sacks for Will Anderson. Hell yeah. Our D tackle got 7 sacks. Okay. And Devin Bush, also new to the team, 5.5 sacks. Nothing crazy on the interception front, so maybe we got to work on corner, but a bunch of guys forced some fumbles this season. Nice. For the first time ever, we get to look at the playoff bracket here, and yeah, we end up with the 5 seed. The Jags, who are back-to-back Super Bowl champions, completely missed the playoffs. Insane. Absolutely insane to see. Let's see if we can make it to the divisional round, though. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the divisional round. We are playing the 1 seed in the AFC, though, the Raiders, but we won 35-29. CJ Stroud with the monster game. 4 touchdowns. Love to see that. But it's now time to see if we can beat the Las Vegas Raiders and make the AFC Championship. And guys, we somehow pulled it off. A 14-13 win over the Raiders to make it to the AFC Championship. Defense stepped up. That's what that means, because Will Anderson Jr. with 2 sacks. Things we love to see. But the Ravens just dropped 42 points on the Bills, so we're going to need the defense to step up once again in the AFC Championship game. And guys, we did it. We're in the Super Bowl, man. Dolphins, year 3 in the Super Bowl against the Dallas Cowboys. 32-26 victory over the Ravens. 3 touchdowns, 2 picks for Stroud, though. That's kind of not great, but wow, what a game for Amari Hampton. 11 yards a carry. His performance probably won us the AFC Championship. But it comes down to this, guys, the Super Bowl versus the 1 seed of the NFC. But real quick, let's see who won these awards this season. So Josh Allen MVP, even though they didn't make the playoffs. That honestly doesn't make any sense, but that's mad for you. Tedaroa McMillan with the Offensive Player of the Year in the AFC, and then Jonathan Taylor in the NFC. Wow, Will Anderson only got 8th place in Defensive Player of the Year in the AFC. TJ Watt won it. And then over on the NFC is Micah Parsons. And I guess we should take a look at who the Cowboys have. Bijan Robinson, Nick Bosa, this 97 overall D tackle. Is this the guy I wanted? This is the guy I wanted to trade up for. Oh, dude, this team is sick. Well, like, are we sure we're gonna win this game? I'm really not sure at all. Their quarterback is Jackson Dart at 91. Wow. That is, what a squad here. What a squad. Let's see if we can win the Super Bowl, guys. Let's just jump forward. Let's see how this first quarter goes. Hopefully it's competitive here. 0-0. We get 3 points. Hey, we have the lead. We have the lead through 1 quarter. Let's get to halftime. How does the second quarter go for us? We give up a touchdown, and then we give up another touchdown. But we bounce back. 17-10. We're down a touchdown at half. Gonna need the defense step up. Gonna need the offense to step up. Let's get into the third quarter here as we get ball first. Okay. A 5-yard catch to Kyle Pitts. I kind of forgot he was on this team. Yeah, we definitely took him. Kyle Pitts with the first down. Okay. A nice run from Amari Hampton getting that 9 yards. First down run for Amari Hampton after that. Kyle Pitts again. No, Cortland Sutton this time. Okay, 6-yard pass to Cortland Sutton. We are moving right here. Cortland Sutton again. Ooh, 3-yard negative rush. That's not good, but 9-yard rush for Amari Hampton after that. Big third down here, though. Can we convert? Wow, big play. 16-yard reception to Trey Tucker, our free agent acquisition, to get ourselves within pretty much the 10. We're at the 10. Okay, got to punch it in here, though. Got to punch it in. First and goal. 10-yard touchdown to Kyle Pitts to tie the game up, guys. Let's go. That is absolutely massive for us. So we tie the game coming out of half. Can the defense hold them back here, though? And they get the stop. field goal, a blocked 58-yard field goal. Hell yes. Let's just take this to the end of the third quarter and see where we end up here as we get another touchdown. How fast did we just score there? I kind of forgot we had short yards because of the blocked field goal, but yeah, 4 plays to score a touchdown. Beautiful. And it was as the quarter expired, too. That was cool. Okay, defense. Come on, defense. Keep it up here. Keep him out of the end zone. Hell yeah. 4th down stop. You know what, guys? I want to jump into it. I want to put this team away here. Let's run the ball with Omari Hampton. Give me that block. Okay. Beautiful run from Omari Hampton. 1st down. And I think we start milking that clock, too, because I want that Super Bowl win. Get into field goal range, and I think it's GG's. Get the stretch. Ooh, that's a bad play. Yeah, definitely not ideal. Maybe a play action will do something for us. Instead, I take a sack. Uh-oh. I'm botching this big time. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have cooked the clock, but also, defense gets a stop. We're okay. Or we convert this here. Let's dump it off. Or not. Yeah, let me just punt it away, and we'll lock it down on defense, okay? I'm trying to win a Super Bowl out here, and I am botching it for my team. Let's D up here, though. That's a beautiful stop on 1st down. And they can't even take field goals now. They have to go for 6, right? They have to get, it's 4 down territory no matter what. So close with that user. Oh, I gotta get there. I gotta jump in front of that and pick it off. End the game. End the Super Bowl. Stop Bijan. Please stop. Fumble! Big hits. Fumble. We get the recovery. Look at us, man. We didn't even draft defense to start off. And then, well, obviously we made some improvements, but the defense comes up clutch in the Super Bowl. It's time to end this. Cowboys only have 2 timeouts, too, so I technically 3 with this 2-minute warning. But let's get this 1st down. Omari Hampton. Hold on to the ball. Two hands on the ball, man. I probably shouldn't even be trying to juke out here either. Let's just run it. Just keep it safe. Get yards if we can. Another massive hole for Omari Hampton, and it's a 1st down. I think the game is over. Technically not yet, though, right? Like, maybe we need one more 1st down, but the Cowboys are going to run out of time here. 1 timeout left for them. Another big run would be nice. Oh, beautiful. A 1st down. Now this is game over. They can call a timeout. It doesn't matter. We can kneel the ball out, guys. Trading away Christian McCaffrey for Omari Hampton and Will Anderson Jr. is going to be the greatest trade of all time in this league. Because now all CJ Stroud has to do is kneel the ball out. And in year 3 of this brand new NFL, the Miami Dolphins win the Super Bowl. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out any future videos. If you guys got any videos you want to see, let me know in the comments. YouTube recommends that you watch this video next, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.